Nintendo Switch Sports Review. Let's get into it. I also wanted to start this with a huge disclaimer. If I call this game Wii Sports at all during this voiceover or anything, please just forgive me. It's very confusing. Anyway, here are my thoughts on this game. Obviously, it was great to get a new edition of the classic Wii Sports on the Switch. Was I expecting it? No, absolutely not at all. Am I happy about it? Yes, I'm thoroughly impressed with this game. Before I get into specifics, let me just give you a bit of a grand overview of some of my thoughts and some of the general mechanics of this game. I was not expecting great things. When they announced that 3 of the games were net sports, I was a bit skeptical. When they announced that one of the games was Rocket League with Mii's, I was even more skeptical. When they announced that golf would be coming in future DLC, I was relieved. But for the 3 net sports, they are all very individual and they play completely different from one another, and that was something that I was worried about, so it was a save on that account. Let me just talk about the look of this game as well. Probably my absolute favorite thing about this game is the atmosphere. It's situated in Spacco Square, a little refuge of sports complexes in the midst of a vast city. I love that you see people walking throughout these games that you're playing, and you have spectators in your match. I honestly think that they have never done it better. Woohoo Island in Wii Sports Resort was great, and the tropical vacation vibe was really incredible, but something about the urban refuge just does it for me better for some reason. The online play of this game is also impressive. I'm a Nintendo fanboy and I'm going to stick by and support a lot of the decisions that many people won't. However, I'm not going to support the awful online play I've experienced in some other games. It's unacceptable to have issues with online when I'm playing a game, but with Nintendo Switch Sports, I haven't had any technical issues yet. The music is also, well, it's not terrible. The problem is that there isn't a wide variety of music yet, but that is something that they can easily add in updates, as this game is one that I'm sure Nintendo will continue to update frequently. The ranking system is also very well executed. It's very basic, but I'm not complaining one bit with it. Now, on to my thoughts within each individual game. Volleyball is pretty fun. I think that they executed the 2 players well, having the first one bump, the second one set, and then the first one spike. It does take probably the most time getting used to out of all the games when it comes to timing, but once you get it down, it becomes more easy. The game is scored to first to 5, win by 2, so you can expect matches to last around 5 to 8 minutes, which is pretty moderate time. Badminton is one that took me a while to figure out. It is playing 1v1, and there are moments of chill volleys between you and your opponent, and completely crazy back and forth drop shots and slam shots where there's little room for error. One of my biggest complaints with this game is the lack of mobility of your character. I wish you could move around yourself, but it's okay overall. The matches are also scored to 5, which is also win by 2, and you can expect matches to take a little bit shorter than volleyball, but not by much. So bowling is one of only 3 sports that they brought back, and probably is the most well-known Wii sport. I actually like the twist that they spun on bowling. This time, the game is very fast-paced, and is always having you move from game to game. So not taking the full 10 minutes to bowl 10 frames, knowing well that you lost 5 frames ago, is a good thing in my opinion. It has you bowl 3 frames at a time, and then it eliminates players who are down further in the ranks. The main problem I have is the gap for error that they give you in the first round. I feel like half of the time I get out in the first round because I miss one pin. Bowling has the most variety of time, taking anywhere from 5 to 15 to 20 minutes for a full game. I also do like the specialty bowling that they have you do with obstacles in the way and making it a bit harder. It is definitely more fun than the original. I know I called it Rocket League earlier, but it is not that similar to Rocket League. It just looks a bit similar. It is really fun to play, and I don't really have many complaints, as it's very basic and does a very good job. Soccer lasts about 3 minutes, unless a tie occurs, in which case it lasts until somebody scores the next goal. Shinbara is probably my least favorite of these 6 games, mainly because it's so short. I mean, trust me, it's nice to have a 1 to 2 minute game to relax, but I just feel like it's missing something. I also have a bit of a complaint with the imbalance of the swords. I wish that you could always just play against someone of the same sword that you chose, but it's a very minor complaint, and overall, I like Shinbara a lot. It's very fun to play. Tennis is great. It's one of the only sports that is near identical to the Wii Sports version of the game. It's a timeless classic, and I feel that the simplicity of it adds to the hype of the game, and it's the reason why it's my favorite game mode in Switch Sports. The game is scored to 7, win by 2, and matches usually last around 5 to 7 minutes. Finally, on to my complaints with this game. First off, this character customization. This sucks, I'm sorry. This is the worst part of the game. Despite having the opportunity to unlock things with the packs, we'll get to them later, I feel that they don't give you enough to start with. My character looks nothing like me, and I've been playing the game for weeks. I need them to add more things at a more accessible rate. Next to the point system, I take this back. This is the worst part of the game. You are telling me that if I lose a game, I get 30 minimum points, and if I win a game, I only get 36? I mean, this is a specific example and is not always accurate, but it's pretty accurate to what it usually is about. The gap between winning and losing in games is so small, it almost encourages me to AFK and grind out losing games in order to complete the passes. Especially considering one item in a pass is 100 points. That's 3 to 4 games, and it shouldn't be the same for if I win a game, because it's also 3 to 4 if I win as opposed to losing. If the devs add anything, it is a better point system, and that's all I would really ask for. Anyway, overall, I really like this game. There are a ton of positives. I can't wait to see what they add, and I know that I will continue to play this game. Overall, I'm going to be giving it an 8.5 out of 10, and I think that's totally fair for this game at its current stage. Thanks for watching, and I hope you guys enjoyed my review, and I'll see you guys all later. Bye.